Good afternoon, Standard 8 students. Now we know that King Duncan has been murdered and his wife, very intelligently, she has smeared the blood stain on the grooms so that they will be directly suspected of murdering King Duncan in their drunken state. Morning came and with it the discovery of the murder. So next day, everyone came to know the murder of King Duncan, which could not be concealed, which could not be hidden. And though Macbeth and his lady made great show of grief and the proofs against the groom, the dagger being produced against them and their faces smeared with blood, was sufficiently strong. Yet the entire suspicion fell upon Macbeth, whose inducement to such a deed was so much more forcibly than such poor silly grooms could be supposed to have. And Duncan's two sons fled. Malcolm, the eldest, sought for refuge in the English army court. The younger, Donalbain, made his escape to Ireland. So next day, when everyone came to know the murder of King Duncan, Macbeth and his wife pretended as if they were very sorry and they were grief-stricken by the murder of King Duncan. And as they had planned that the two grooms would be blamed for the murder because of the blood stains on their faces and the dagger, even though the proof was very strong, everyone deep down had already suspected that the person behind King Duncan's murder is Macbeth. And with that fear of Macbeth killing King Duncan's sons, so Malcolm, the eldest son, he escaped and he joined the English court, and his younger brother, the younger son of King Duncan, Donalbain, he had fled to Ireland. The king's sons who should have succeeded him, having this vacated the throne, Macbeth as next heir was crowned king. And thus the prediction of the Weird sisters was literally accomplished. Now the Weird sisters' prophecies, the first two were already had come true. Now finally the third prophecy had come true. Now Macbeth has become the king of Scotland. Though placed so high, Macbeth and his queen could not forget the prophecy of the Weird sisters, that though Macbeth should be king, yet not his children, but the children of Banquo should be kings after him. The thought of this and that they had defiled their hands with blood and done so great crimes, only to place the posterity of Banquo upon the throne, so rankled with them that they determined to put to death both Banquo and his son, to make void the prediction of the Weird sisters, which in their own case had been so remarkably brought to pass. Now, although Macbeth and his queen had taken over the throne, yet they were being disturbed. Now, what was actually being disturbed? Now, the Weird sisters had already prophesied Macbeth's future, that he will be the Thane of Glamis, Thane of Cawdor, and finally the king of Scotland. That had been accomplished. But now what has happened? What was troubling them? That though Macbeth will be the king, his son will not be the king. Now what worried them is Banquo. Banquo would not be the king, but his sons will be the king. So now they were worried about that part of it, whether Banquo's children will be the king. And that is what was troubling both Macbeth and his wife. For this purpose, then both of them decided, in order not to allow Banquo and his sons to be the king, so they also decided that Banquo and his son to be put to death. So they made another plan. For this purpose, they made a great supper, to which they invited all the chieftains, and among the rest, with marks of particular respect. So what Macbeth did, he arranged for a dinner party and he invited all the thanes and people who were of high ranks, holding high post. Banquo and his son Fleance were invited. The way by which Banquo was to pass to the palace at night was beset by murderers appointed by Macbeth. Now Macbeth and Banquo and his son was also invited for this party, and the area which they were going to pass, Macbeth had already kept his murderers anticipating for Banquo and his son to pass through. Who stabbed Banquo? So one of the murderers stabbed Banquo, but in the scuffle, Fleance escaped. From that, Fleance descended a race of monarchs who afterwards filled the Scottish throne, ending with James the Sixth of Scotland and the first of England, under whom the two crowns of England and Scotland were united. So now what happened in this plan? Banquo was murdered, but Fleance, his son, had already escaped. Okay. At supper, the queen, whose manners were in the highest degree available and royal, played the hostess with a gracefulness and attention which conciliated everyone that present. And Macbeth discoursed freely with his thanes and nobles, saying that all that was honorable in the country was under his roof, if he had but his good friend Banquo present, whom yet he hoped he should rather have to chide for neglect than to lament for any mischance. So what? Now Macbeth and his wife, when they had this party, they were very good to the people and they made the party very successful. But they were even pretending. They gave the guest a good time, and they also mentioned that everything over here is under my roof, is under my care. Macbeth declared. And it would be very honorable if his good friend Banquo would be present. So I don't know why it is taking so long for Banquo to come. And I hope nothing has gone wrong with Banquo. So he's trying to show that he is very worried and concerned about the safety of Banquo. But deep down he knows that Banquo and his son will definitely be murdered along the way. Okay. Just at these words, the ghost Banquo, whom he had caused to be murdered, entered the room and placed himself on the chair which Macbeth was about to occupy. So while he was telling the guest how important it is for Banquo to come, let's hope nothing has gone wrong with Banquo, the ghost of Banquo had entered the room. Now only Macbeth can see the ghost of Banquo. He came straight into the room and went and sat on the same chair which Macbeth was about to occupy or to sit. Though Macbeth was a bold man and one that could have faced the devil without trembling, at this horrible sight his cheeks turned white with fear, and he stood quite unmanned, with his eyes fixed upon the ghost. So here, so Macbeth was a very bold fellow. Okay, he could challenge the devil without trembling. But here, the ghost of Banquo had made him very scared. He was very frightened, and his face turned white with fear. His queen and all the nobles who saw nothing but perceived him gazing as though upon an empty chair, took it for a fit of distraction, and she reproached him, whispering that it was but the same fancy which made him see the dagger in the air when he was about to kill Duncan. But Macbeth continued to see the ghost and gave no heed to all they could say, while he addressed it with distracted words, yet so significant that his queen, fearing the dreadful secret would be disclosed in great haste, dismissed the guest, excusing the infirmity of Macbeth as a disorder he was often troubled with. Now what happened when the ghost of Banquo entered the room? Only Macbeth could see the ghost, and he was very, very frightened. Nobody present, even his wife, Lady Macbeth, also could not see the ghost of Macbeth. Okay. And so, what happened? Suddenly they found Macbeth staring into an empty chair. And all the guests was already observing of strange behavior of Macbeth. But they said maybe he is, imagining the empty chair and like being now the king. Okay. But they also saw that there was some kind of fear in his face. And his wife observed it. And Macbeth told her, or she told Macbeth that maybe you are imagining things. Like you have seen the dagger floating in the air when he was about to kill King Duncan. But the fear of Banquo's ghost was so much. At once Lady Macbeth was quite clever enough to dismiss the crowd and said that Macbeth sometimes has this kind of problem when there is a lot of people around. So she made an excuse and dismissed the crowd so that their secret of killing King Duncan would definitely come into the open, the way Macbeth was actually behaving. Okay, then I'll continue again after this. Okay. And I hope you have finished and learned given question and answers. I'll be seeing the date and give you the notice for the test. Thank you.